Good evening. There is an urgent call tonight for financial help for Newcastle's nightclubs still unable to open their doors because of coronavirus. The city employs over 6,000 people in the sector, which brings in millions of pounds to the local economy. But there are fears that many well-known and well-loved clubs may have to close if more help doesn't come soon. Well, Tom Barton has been in the city for us today. Tom, Newcastle's known as a city that likes to party, but can that continue?
Well, Greg, you're right. Newcastle's nightlife is famous. Some might even say legendary, but it is also under threat. Business groups in the city saying that nightclubs here and across the region could be forced to close forever because coronavirus restrictions mean they are still not allowed to reopen. From a packed and successful venue to an empty room, the last few months have been hard. For nearly 3 decades, Tom Corker has been running World Headquarters, one of Newcastle's most iconic nightclubs. But his is one of the few sectors still banned from opening, and without government support, he says the business could soon have to close for good.
We originally thought, like everybody else, it would only be 3 months, and we thought, oh, we'll be fine. Then we thought, okay, it'll be 6 months, oh, we'll be fine. And now we're looking at a lot longer, we're not fine anymore. You know, we've reached the point whereby I've had to, even with the furlough scheme coming to an end, I've had to make all my staff redundant. We're looking at sort of mothball until next year, probably, because we just don't think it's likely that we're going to get the chance to reopen.
How frustrating has it been for you to see pubs and other businesses opening while you still have to remain closed?
I'm glad for them. I'm pleased to see them coming on. I mean, I love the city. I want to see the city do well. But I am aware that not just in Newcastle, but right across the country, nightclubs are the last. We are the last ones to get a chance to reopen, and it's not on the horizon. So it's immensely frustrating to see your life's work sort of disappear like grains of sand. And all we have to do now is try and exist until the point whereby we can reopen fully. And if we can do that with some assistance from the government, that would be great. And if we can't do that, like I say, we will disappear. We'll be one of those businesses that isn't here anymore.
And World Headquarters isn't alone. According to the Newcastle business group NE1, the city's nighttime economy sector is worth £340 million a year, and its businesses employ 6,500 people. But 58% of bars and clubs nationally have warned they could close within 2 months if they don't get more support.
We are absolutely in the position where we will be seeing nightclubs close for good if the government doesn't stand up and come with a financial package or provide a safe route to the reopening of the sector. I think that will be a tremendous loss for the city and indeed the nation, because it's the same throughout all the major cities across the country.
The glitter ball might still be spinning, but the discs aren't. And without some help, Tom fears this club might not reach its 30th anniversary.
And Tom, no one's suggesting that nightclubs reopen before it's safe to do so, but it's particularly difficult for them because of social distancing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right, Greg. No one I've spoken to today is suggesting that clubs should reopen before it's safe for them to do so. But I think everyone in the sector recognises that, of course, it's incredibly difficult to squeeze lots of people into a small space with dancing, music and alcohol in a way that is, as it's termed, COVID secure. But they also say that if they can't reopen, they are going to need help. And if they don't get it, well, we could soon start to see swathes of nightclubs closing across the region.